Ladies and gentlemen, belt number 6 on the card. Fighting out of blue corner, Mirko, Pizzi.
Yes, and it is Sydney versus Melbourne for our next fight on the card. Mirko Pizzi from the Harbour City. A 50% record, 2 wins, 2 losses, both victories coming by way of KO. And he's taking on Cem Deniz over 6 rounds at the welterweight limit. A very colourful entrance to the ring from Mirko Pizzi. He certainly won't miss him in those multicoloured trunks, the red, yellow and blue.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent fighting in the red corner, Cem Deniz.
Also with a 50% record, 1-1. On debut, beat Mike Eskandari on points back in December of 2019, and then due to COVID, long break between fights, dropped a 4-round points decision against Jason Malia at the end of last year. Fight number 6 on this big card tonight at the beautiful Melbourne Pavilion, Racecourse Road, Kensington. Just a couple of torpedo punts from the world-famous Flemington Racecourse, the home of boxing here in the sporting capital of this country, and many say the sporting capital of the world. And a big crowd in tonight, excellent atmosphere, with still our semi-main and main event to come after this 6-round welterweight attraction, which looks to be a very evenly matched contest. Pizzi's 2-2 record. He's fought Ryan Cotton on 2 occasions out of those 4 professional bouts for a points loss, but then a stoppage win. But he's coming off a loss to Lachlan O'Shea in the middle of last year on points up in Townsville. So both men coming off a defeat. As Deniz with a spectacular entry over the top rope. And he looks pretty loose and pretty comfortable in his surrounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, your following contest is bout number 6 on the card. This one 6 by 3 rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, trained by Tony Delvecchio at a Bondi Boxing and MTK in Sydney, with an official weight of 67 kilograms even, running blue trunks with yellow and red. 4 fights, 2 wins, 2 losses. Fighting out of Waterloo, New South Wales, by way of his home country, Roma, Mirko Pizzi.
And he's brought a crowd with him from the Harbour City as well.
And across the ring is his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, trained by Roy Briggs, out of Roy's Boxing, and a official weight of 66.40 kilograms, wearing gold and black fight trunks. 2 fights, 1 win, 1 loss. Fighting out of Melbourne, ladies and gentlemen, Cem Deniz.
So Deniz in the red corner, Pizzi out of the blue corner, our interstate visitor. Bruce Eva sitting alongside the former IBF super featherweight champion of the world, Barry Michael. Both fighters, Baz, with a 50% record. Pizzi 2-2, Deniz 1-1. And very different ring entrances as well, with Deniz basically dancing his way the whole way from the dressing room.
Yeah, well, Pizzi, you know, looked quite a bit taller, indeed, trained by Tony Delvecchio, and very confident appearance indeed.
both in excellent condition for this 6-round attraction. He's blowing kisses to the crowd, leaning back on the ropes. He's
a bit of a showman.
Yeah, he's too cool for school.
I missed that, unfortunately. I heard all the noise and I wondered what was going on.
He's now giving us a wave in the commentary position.
Very confident chap.
Entered the ring over the top rope.
Oh, good to see.
Ignatius Missilades, the third man in centre ring. And just a slight hold up. Now we're ready to go. 6-3s at welterweight. Pizzi in the yellow with red and blue. Deniz in the black with gold. Deniz with hands held low.
Yeah, Deniz, unusual style. Certainly very confident.
Bit of early showboating.
Showboating, looking as though he's going to do a Sugar Ray Leonard there, rolling his right hand, tries an overhand right.
Pizzi much more orthodox in setup.
Yes, he
defence, high gloves.
He's also got a fair bit in reach and height there.
Deniz lunges in with a right hand lead, a lunging overhand right, and then Deniz wears one for his trouble.
Deniz a character indeed, playing to the crowd and also, showboating with his opponent.
Pizzi getting right down to work, and he's landed the more telling blows in the early exchanges. A little grin creases the face of Pizzi, entertained. Oh, Deniz was caught then, or was he? I mean,
God, he's a showman.
He's a showman.
He's a character.
Which must make it even harder to focus for an opponent sometimes to put all that aside and just concentrate on the job at hand.
Oh, for sure. I'll tell you what, he's walking up now, Deniz, and he's got some power in his shots. He's throwing big punches, but leaving himself open as well. He's just he's got a bad cut.
Bad cut.
Bad cut. Well, it's actually, I don't think it's too bad. Right on the outside of the eye.
So not bleeding down into the eye.
Yeah.
And across the cheek.
Undoubtedly from could have been a punch because there was a lot of leather thrown there up close, but generally you find their head clashes or elbows.
I need confirmation from Ignatius Missilades regarding that, because if it has been caused by a punch and a cut, if it does stop the fight.
Showboating by both the boys here, having a bit of a laugh.
Oh, the left hand was right on that cut as well from Pizzi.
Yeah, I tell you what, Pizzi's gaining in confidence here. I think he's got his opponent bleeding. He's landed a couple of good shots. They both had their moments this round. It's been a bit exciting opening round. But I tell you, it'll be interesting to see if they can stop the bleeding between rounds and what the doctor thinks of the eye, because I think it's in a fairly safe spot. As you said, it's not bleeding into the eye.
Last 10 seconds of the opening stanza. Deniz again with an unorthodox end of the round, looking away from his opponent in a crouch position.
Certainly got some tricks.
Yeah, and his cut man certainly got some work to do in this 60 seconds as well. We might just see if we can get Ignatius Missilades' attention here in terms of whether the cut was caused by a punch or by an accidental head clash. He wants just only one of the cornermen in the ring as well.
I think, to be honest with you, Bruce, in the heat of the moment, it would be very hard unless you looked at it on slow-mo to differentiate to, say it was a head clash or a punch, I would reckon. So I reckon it'll probably go down as a...
It was an ugly, awkward coming together, wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was. There's some pretty interesting stuff there, between the two of them. It's not in a bad spot at all. It's right down the bottom, right-hand side of the eye. It won't bleed into the eye.
And they touched gloves before the start of the second period. Nice crisp body shot there from Pizzi to get us underway.
Pizzi certainly the more orthodox of the two. Deniz, got a bag of tricks and got some very interesting moves. Nice jab and hook there by Pizzi.
Downstairs, then up.
Left jab, left hook's a good shot. Tries a double hook there.
Good counter there from Deniz, fast
Yeah,
hands.
yeah, it was. Deniz looking for that right hand, lands it. Pizzi moving well, putting punches together well when he's letting them go.
It's pretty ugly when they come together.
Yep.
Pizzi very upright.
Very upright, yep. Very traditional sort of style. And Deniz is exactly the opposite.
Again, a right-hand lead, the backhand, as they like to say these days, with the more popular vernacular. The claret's starting to flow again down the right. Oh, Deniz has been iced.
That's it, he's out.
He has been blasted out with a massive right hand.
Wow.
And Mirko Pizzi has made a huge statement.
Wow.
With a thunderous right hand to end this in a second.
What a cracking shot. He's badly hurt. Hope he's okay. He was knocked cold, one shot.
As you said, Baz, a one-shot knockout. That was a huge knockout. And Mirko Pizzi with a lot of his fans just behind us in the commentary position.
Going crazy.
That was a stunning knockout.
Perfect, right, perfectly timed, beautiful short right hand, flush on the whiskers. And, you know, he's never going to get over that one, that's for sure.
Well, all three of Mirko Pizzi's victories have come by way of stoppage. He moves or improves to 3-2. Deniz slips to 1-2. And Pizzi has shown genuine power, genuine knockout power. And the concern for Cem Deniz, he's still on the canvas being attended to by his corner, and that is a huge knockout.
Yes.
So a stunning knockout. Mirko Pizzi. We will head up to John Camako very shortly for the official time, but a second round knockout as Deniz is having his gloves unlaced. He's still sitting on the canvas.
Yeah, one of the cleanest knockouts we've seen for a while, Bruce. He seems he's okay. He's got up on his feet. Good to see. A bit of a character, this bloke, indeed. He was putting on a show, you know.
He just looked down at our commentary position, sort of half nodded at you, Baz. Well, that's boxing, isn't it?
That's boxing.
Sometimes they say you're only ever 10 seconds from disaster. Sometimes you're only 1 second
you're
from
only
disaster.
a split second from disaster.
He just walked straight into that and delivered beautifully. We haven't got the ability to see a replay here at our commentary position, but that will be one, I would imagine, that'll go up on YouTube. And Mirko Pizzi, he's got a night of celebration ahead of him. That was an outstanding finish.
He'll have plenty of energy left indeed. And he'll be partying all night, I reckon.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute and 38 seconds into round number 2. This fight ended, declaring your winner by knockout.
So our Sydney visitor has brought a lot of fans with him tonight.
Certainly has.
The biggest win of the night.
Trained by Tony Del Vecchio, very well known in the fight game, and you know, brings a lot of good quality fighters to the ring.
So again, we will take a short break. There is going to be another round of auctions in centre ring. And Baz, you need to go and get ready as well, because give us a quick preview before we break. Luke Pillarinos against Joel Pavlidis at middleweight over 6 rounds in the semi-main.
I think this is going to be a very entertaining fight. Pavlidis can box, he can punch, and so can Luke Pillarinos. Pavlidis, you know, we don't know that much about him, but we've seen him fight, and we know he comes to fight, and as I said, very willing. But Luke has had about 60 amateur fights, only 2 pro, and can be extremely explosive when his timing's good, and we think we've trained him well, and we're expecting a polished performance.
Okay, well, you better get down to the dressing rooms. We need to take a break because we need to head back up to John Dimacoli as another round of auctions to come, and we'll be back with the fights very shortly from the Melbourne Pavilion.